looking at you, kid. Welcome to BlackwaterDnD, where good friends tell better cow songs.
Okay.
We were so close.
We're setting aside in Italian. That's
Hey,
Yeah.
we're out here telling calzones.
Yeah, double down on it.
Yeah, really.
A
everybody
true
get it.
friend jumps off the bridge.
Go home and make some spaghetti.
Hey,
What is this,
hey.
angel air?
Okay.
No fettuccine, thank
No
I
fettuccine.
apologize.
NFT, no fettuccine, thanks.
I apologize to all of our wonderful Italian friends out there in the world. And I'm going to start announcements.
Family.
Out there in the world,
Welcome to
what am I?
Blackwater. When you're here, your family.
Oh, family.
No one's got that one, right?
I am going to acknowledge tonight that we are streaming from the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Coast Salish, Stolos, Semiahmoo, Kwantlen, Tsawwassen, and Musqueam First Nations. While our characters play in a world that Tim has created, we are honored to live, work, and play on these lands tonight. A big thank you to our sponsors and partners. We are proud to be sponsored by Sirenscape because epic games require epic sound. We're also proud to be using Epidemic Sound for this fantastic campaign as well. We are partnered with Legend Keeper. It's the ultimate world-building tool created by DMs for DMs. You can check it out by typing !Legend Keeper to follow our Blackwater partner link in the chat. MTM Printworks is our mini sponsor. Type !MTM. Head on over to the Etsy store. Max, the proprietor, is wonderful. They have a gaming space if you're local in Vancouver or the Lower Mainland. So go check it out. It's awesome. Our campaign artist is the wonderful Tiana Kovacevic. You can find her at miss._Marston on Instagram. And our dice sponsor is Familiar Dice, creator of some of the most beautiful artisanal math clacks around. Type !Dice and follow Robin across all of the socials at Familiar Dice. You may have noticed we were playing live in studio. Thanks to the wonderfully talented folks here at Questline D&D. We have Dylan in the studio with us tonight. Dylan is a member of the Dream Team, and we love him very much. Thank you, Dylan, for all that you do and helping keeping us on the technical rails, at least. If there are Questline folks in the chat, please make sure to show them your love as well. Campaign 2 has its YouTube home over on the Questline D&D YouTube page, so give them a follow and drop us a follow over at the Blackwater D&D YouTube page as well. Some very brief programming updates. Episodes 13, 14, and 15 dropped on the podcast feed this week. Chat waters are up for you there on Patreon. We are going to be getting very close to airing the trailer for Mayfield Mysteries, which will be dropping on the podcast feed with potentially our session session 0 might be
Session
on.
0, I think, will be on the Patreon, and then point 5 will drop as an actual episode because I made it too relevant.
Yes.
Yeah, it's essentially episode 1.
The problem was I was like, I'm going to start off with a low-stakes episode so everyone get to know each other, or at least on the Patreon, and then I put a lot of really important information in it.
Been there, dude.
And I was like, oh, shit, people are going to be so confused.
It was amazing. Yeah, we're right in the middle of production with Mayfield Mysteries right now, having a lot of fun with the Kids on Bike system. So follow us on wherever pods are cast and drop a review. And also, I've read some really lovely reviews over on our podcast feed, so thank you very much for the wonderful folks who have been subscribing and reviewing. All of that helps other people find our show, so thank you. We are also very excited to bring you a new miniseries here to the channel from our friends at Haunted Table Games and their Kickstarter for Triangle Agency. We talked about it last week, and the Kickstarter dropped last week. They're doing fantastically so far, so please go follow it. You can type !Triangle in the chat to find all the details. We are going to be running a 3-part miniseries here at Blackwater called The Right Angle, and I will give you the name of one of the episodes because it's very funny. The first one is called Sign on the Dotted Line. Sign being S-I-N-E. Yes, all triangle puns everywhere. I will be your general manager for this miniseries with my wonderful players Cody and Tim from Blackwater, as well as welcoming Mendari and Pond and the wonderful Gnome Ann to our channel. I'm very, very excited about this one. It premieres Wednesday, June 21st, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here. So, which brings us to our episode and I guess monthly sponsor, as of right now, the amazingly talented folks over at Bookworm Games and Questchests. We just got the taste of this Questchest last week. We have this, like, you've seen the stuff.
Boosh.
Yeah, you've seen the map. It's across our socials and in our Discord, as well as the beautiful coins that are made custom for us. We've been trying really hard to not dive into the stuff away from the table, which has been very difficult for a lot of us.
Very bushamoozing.
Yeah, trying to crack all of the
Bushes are
stuff.
Our
interesting.
bushes are amused.
Very amused.
I didn't have as much time this week as I would have liked to crack this code.
Yes.
So.
If you like
We're looking at it right now.
if you like immersive tabletop experiences, then please go back the wonderfully talented folks over at Questchests. There are 5 total chests available on Kickstarter, with the first 2 already out just for purchase on BookwormGames.com. They can be used as standalone adventures, or you can link them together for a full arc for your table. They are system agnostic, so you can use them with D&D, Pathfinder, Powered by the Apocalypse, and many more. They include music and narration with some really big names in the TTRPG space that have lent their talents to this. Wax sealed letters, as we saw last week. I'm very excited for this cipher. It's very, very cool. We'll have another video at the break, and you will also see more of the chest this week. Tim has been furiously getting things ready before tonight's show, so I'm very excited about it. Type !Quest to go back the Kickstarter now. And because they're amazing, the incredibly wonderful folks over at Bookworm Games have given all Blackwater viewers 10% off by typing the code Blackwater at checkout. And our mods will drop the link in the chat. Mods will drop the link in the chat for that. There we go.
Yeah.
So grab your tissues, grab your spider milk, grab your jorts, and your best friends. Whether you are new with us tonight or you have been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. It is through community that we make amazing things happen. We hope you feel super, super welcome here at our table. Dylan, roll the clip! Roll the clip!
So, for those of you just joining us tonight, last week our party continued to travel back to Dresda after being chased by some kind of mechanized predator after Mr. Moss had arrived to help them. Traveling back from the Feywild, where they had only been for a few hours. Time had passed quite a bit more in the material plane. So what was only 3 hours for him was in fact about a month for the party. They reconnected and made their way back to Dresda, where they managed to escape this thing after Mr. Moss dropped some of his more powerful magic. Traveling with him after dropping off Macria to Taywin, where Shai was reunited with her brother Adri and Mel, and Mr. Moss asked them once again to help him with another job, this one involving a powerful artifact. After using the pen, he revealed a part of the map that he believed led to a shrine containing the artifact, and he gave them a coin as well, which is said to be the key to opening the shrine. After a few hours in Taywin, where they gathered their supplies and met some interesting, colorful folks, they headed out to Vermel Hask to track down Bastion Dane, a famed treasure hunter and scoundrel, in a place called the Tea House, a notable gambling and den of illicit drugs. And that is where we pick up. As you see the gambling happening in the corner, what would you all like to do?
Fuck do I love treasure, I say loudly.
I look at Mark and I'm like, yeah, that's one way.
Fucking love treasure.
I lean closer to Mark, so I was thinking maybe we play him in a game of cards and you stand within eyesight of his cards and let me know.
Absolutely. The greatest treasure is friendship, next to actual physical ancient treasure.
I had an idea. And I will sort of go over to Esper, where I can sort of be a bit more, not overheard. The coin had a symbol on it. You have the ability to modify your appearance. What if the appearance you're currently wearing had a tattoo of the same symbol? And we could see if there was recognition or Something of that sort.
Miri, can I use your hat? Because there's a limit to how many times I can change what I look like.
Yeah, of course.
Great. I'm gonna put the hat on. I'm just gonna stay the same and just like kind of cross my arms and have a tattoo on my wrist. That is this symbol.
Okay.
Also,
That's so far. What if I do?
now every
Photos in the
time
Discord.
every time I hear that someone's a scoundrel, that means a couple of things. First thing generally means is they're not always on the right side of the law. Secondly, it generally means that they think they're better and smoother than a lot of people. And usually their taste for things extends beyond objects. That he might be interested or, take a liking to somebody. So if that shows, I think try and lean into it as best you can. We want information out of him, and
Let me get a game in.
yeah,
See what I can read from him.
perhaps I can. I'm not always good at. I'm decent at lying, but I'm not always good at like seeing if people are lying to me. Why don't I go and get some tea, and I can see if kind of suss this place out. Have you ever been here before?
You've never
Probably
been
no,
here before.
yeah. I didn't spend a lot of time in the city,
Okay.
despite things. No. But, yeah.
Let's do that then.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll go sit down. They've just lost a player. It's a good, it's a good
Also,
opportunity.
can we? Well, I'm worried that sometimes when we was running, we had like a code or catchphrase that if we said it, we all got out immediately.
Did we
and
have one of those for the heist?
Catoblepas.
Catoblepas,
But that
yeah.
might be a bit. I would like potentially a bit more something that can hide in easier in language, because if you start talking about catoblepas, that's a mighty out of context. So, something that could hide in the language that if one of us needs to get out for any reason at all, we drop it and we go.
What if we use the phrase "I'm all out of coin"?
Okay, I'm all out of coin.
All out of coin.
Specifically that though. If we're like, "Oh, I've got no money," that isn't it. But well, I'm all out of coin. That's
Mark, have you ever said that before?
Me?
Yes.
No.
I feel like it would be out of character for Mark to say.
But they don't know that.
Oh, all right.
They've never met
That's a
Mark
good
before.
point.
Also, you can say things and not mean them. Yeah, it's really cool.
Tell me more about this.
Is there like a group watching this game?
There aren't really many looky-loos. Like there's a few. Like the table is kind of cleared out after that display of aggression. So Bastion is kind of sitting on his own.
Mark Thistle, if you can look from afar and try and get an idea of what his cards are, it gives me an advantage.
Okay.
I have an idea. I could become something small,
Love it.
creep up to a vantage point that allows me to see his cards.
Right.
Mark can facilitate a conversation to me,
And then-
Yeah.
to you.
That works for me perfect.
That works.
I would also like to, at some point, do some drugs in this before we leave. Just
Okay.
to be upfront.
Cards first, then
Cards,
drugs.
of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, business first, then pleasure.
Tim, is Vermel Hask what I know of Katona? The Vermel Hask is not on this part of the map,
No, it's not
because Vermel Hask is down here.
down there.
This is
And
the
that's
Almond
that's
Cave.
that's the Yassel Rainforest, like
This is
right
the
there,
Yassel.
right?
yeah,
This is the Bakir
And
range. The Almond Cave.
that's Dresden.
Dress is right
Yeah.
here.
yeah, yeah.
So
Vermel Hask is
Cal
the
is right there.
Can I? This is not something we asked a week ago, but this. Is there anything unique about this map that
Yeah.
is not different from just a map of the continent?
Not that you can totally tell. It doesn't have.
Like if I was to lay it, and
Doesn't have cities.
I assume I would have
Doesn't
done.
have cities on it. There
Okay.
doesn't seem to be any.
Is it an outdated map? Like if I was to look at it and be like, oh,
Can you put that in the center so we can get a
this
snapshot
woods
on it?
doesn't exist anymore, or I didn't. It wasn't weird to me at the time because I've never seen a map of the continent. Period.
Mm-hmm.
But is it like? Why would there be such a big deal about just a corner of a regular map of the continent?
Yeah.
Big arms.
Slowly big arm. Yeah.
That is our whole campaign.
That's our whole campaign.
Do you wanna angle it up just a little
Tim
bit?
Big Hands.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, it's terrifying.
There's also pictures in our Discord as well.
Not from you could tell. So from what you can see on the map, there isn't any cities on
Okay.
this map, as opposed to kind of modern maps that you've seen. But the coastline, for the most part, is similar to the degree of detail that you're getting on any of these maps. And yeah, so it's difficult with this piece. Nothing is sort of standing out as terribly different.
And would you allow me to ask you a question that I have thought of since that I would have liked to have asked Moss?
Sure.
Would there be other pens that draw other pieces of the map?
He would have
As
told
far
you
as he knows.
he doesn't know.
Okay.
He was working on the assumption that this pen would do the whole map.
Okay.
So
there's like a stationary set. There's like a ruler that does a second part, and like.
well, we'll
Protractor.
flash,
Protractor.
We'll flash back a little bit. We'll flash back a little bit. I don't know. The person I hired originally, perhaps they tried to use the pen.
And they drew the rest of it.
I don't know.
Is that the person we're competing against? That's not Bastion Dane, is it?
No, it's the one who lost it in the game.
Right.
That might have been the same person.
That was the coin guy, not necessarily the pen guy.
No, the pen guy lost.
He lost it in the gambling
Warren.
game.
But he
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
know what the
And
pen
so
was
this
for.
guy also likes to gamble.
Make an insight check.
All coming together.
Oh, it's fucking Bastion Dane.
Insight. It's good. It's good. It's good.
He hired Dane for the pen, and then Dane.
Insight.
Yeah.
26.
You can see just a flash of anger that is uncharacteristic from what you've seen of Moss. He's a very cool customer. And in this moment, you can see, as you're talking about that individual, pretty confident that it was, in fact, Bastion Dane who was hired originally.
Okay.
And now he's like, oh, thank you.
We flash forward.
So I would, kind of nodding at this, I would go up to the. Is there like a like I know that you said there's kind of like a fire pit in the center where
Yes.
there's a tiefling serving tea, kind of assuming in a bar around. Can I go take a seat at the circular bar?
How can I help you?
Well, I'd love some tea, please.
Very well. You watch as they start to make the tea. It's a very methodical process.
Ooh. Oh, he's getting something.
2 types of tea.
2 types of tea.
2 types of tea.
I have a mint tea
Uh-huh.
and a strawberry tea.
Strawberry, please.
Want to be mint on this side of the table? Like
We'll pass it over there.
the strawberries and the mint
And the mint
and the mint.
might be a little harder to pour from
Oh
this
lord.
one, so
If I pour this, it's gonna be a.
you can always pour it over the sink.
I can give you
Oh,
advantage.
shit.
We'll do it at the same time.
Not fucking how that works.
So these are from
I'm proficient in tea.
Bookworm. We've got Strawberry Sovereign,
Okay.
Ooh.
as well as Monarch
Don't do it over the wire.
tea.
Wow. Not a drop
They're-
spill.
Scenario one.
They smell so good.
Everywhere.
No, you don't know. All right.
Yes.
Wait, shit. Does anyone want any of this?
No, you guys,
Okay,
you meant.
strawberry?
Yeah, this is strawberry.
When someone says
table cam.
when someone says wow, not a drop spilled, and then cackles, I have a hard time believing.
It was because it was so impressive. It was funny
I
that
was
how
amazed.
dry the pour was.
Yeah. And he did like a big like whoop
Oh yeah, I believe it.
bartender moment.
Thank you very much.
Yo,
Wow.
quest chests are actual mouthable
Holy
things.
fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, that's
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's
to our friends
Questchests.
at Questchests.
really pleasing my snoot here. Oh fuck, my snoot is getting snorfed.
As you all,
We're just supposed to nerf that.
That's a good snoot schnorfer, yeah.
you are all served
I feel
tea
like I'm in a
as you kind of move around.
Holy fuck! If you thought it was good on the snoot, you should try it on the tongle.
Can I have a little sippy of yours?
Yeah,
Do you want a
dude.
sippy of mine?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm
Hard
familiar
pass.
with strawberries.
I've eaten a strawberry, Adam.
For my rage there.
No, you're good.
But if you
Oh,
drank
that
it,
is
I
sweet,
find
but
it
really,
often
yeah.
that like teas smell better than they taste. And this
Like
is
Fruit
That's
Loops.
nice.
Oh yeah. With no honey or sugar or anything in it. It's delicious.
But they smell better than they taste.
I'm going to approach. Oh, sorry, you were.
Yeah,
still
so I'm sitting there. So I've noticed that there's a lot of stuff kind of going on in here. Is that stuff you sell or stuff that people are able to bring here and do?
There are various people here who can provide you with whatever you need.
Oh,
We strictly deal in tea.
of course, you strictly deal in tea. I understand. That's wonderful. Okay, well, I appreciate the service. And I, pull out a couple... Man, do I need a tab or...
Would you like to start a tab?
Perhaps just this cup to start and then go from there.
That will be 1 gold.
I put 2 down.
Okay.
And so this is like a light orange-skinned tiefling person?
Yep.
Okay.
And they look very similar to the kind of deeper pink tiefling that's serving the tables.
Okay.
Tim, I just want to. I know you worked really closely with Questchests, and this is a drug house. There's no hallucinogens in this, right? Like, actionable. and
Science.
After the break.
Oh no, there definitely wasn't any before.
No.
You thought spicy chips I brought last time was bad.
So yeah, I'm sitting, and I'm gonna keep an eye on if there's anybody that the tieflings are serving with greater interest or greater care, or if they're spending more time touching tables and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm going to approach the table that just had the uproar. Friends, seems like you've got a spot open.
I'm not sure who else you're talking to. I'm the only one
Oh,
here.
he's the only one at the table. Okay. My friends, I would have. Do you mind if I join you?
Of course.
It's been a long time since I've had a good card game.
Oh, we're not playing with cards.
Oh, we're not.
Dice.
Right. Great.
Still interested?
Yeah, of course.
Excellent.
I'm gonna silently, without saying anything, come and just sit down at the same table.
Yeah.
Kind of
Hello.
a few spaces away.
While his attention is on Miri, I'm gonna look at Mark and just scratch my temple.
I'm gonna duck down as if to tie my shoe, and when I disappear from view, I'm gonna become a small little animal.
Where'd that man go?
In the bar?
Just an
We're
animal.
gonna do this
animal.
in the bar.
So that's only hidden from him.
How crowded is the bar?
There's quite a few people
Okay,
in the
I'll
bar.
leave the bar.
Okay.
And I will transform into a. You said the climate here is rainy.
Yeah, it's a little more
Okay.
temperate rainforest.
Temperate rainforest. Yeah, I'll go with a little spider.
Okay.
And then I will up where I can see. Well, if it's dice, what am I gonna see? I'm gonna see him roll the dice. It's not like a.
That's why I'm
bluff
trying
game.
to communicate with.
Okay.
Yeah, mate, what do you need?
It's not cards, it's dice.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you can manipulate things. Just keep an eye out.
I think it's just mostly about communication and trying to understand what someone wants and what you want and where those align. It's not manipulation, mate.
I know that you have a hand that no one can see that can make things move for you. Just be ready to make the dice more favourable for me.
Alright. Very unsporting, but okay.
Yeah, we were gonna cheat at cards.
The game is Rogue's Luck.
Okay,
Familiar?
I can't say that I am.
All right, so he walks you through the rules, as I will read to y'all the rules.
Is this from Questchests?
This is from Questchests.
Whoa!
Game, and there's also special dice. That go
Questchests, I'm really sorry that we're gonna cheat at your game.
Well, we'll see.
If you caught our socials a couple weeks ago, the wonderful folks posted a video of their owner and proprietor, Michael, polishing these dice. So this is the first we've seen of them. So this is really exciting. Oh my goodness.
So, Rogue's Luck. There's a little guide to the numbers that I'll pass around as well, because they don't have numbers on them, they have symbols.
What do the symbols correspond with?
Each round, players will take turns rolling 3 dice, so whoever's playing.
Yep.
During that player's turn, they may choose to re-roll each dice once, but must keep the new result on the dice.
Right.
Once a player has finished rolling on their turn, they will total up the value of each of the dice and add this number to their points. So you add it up at the end. if a player rolls double of any number, so if 2 of the symbols match, right?
And we're looking at what, a D4, D6, and a D8?
Yes, but
Right.
they're not. They don't have all of the numbers. You'll see when you look at the dice. If a player rolls double of any number after all of their rolls are completed, they bust and gain no points this round. Play will continue with the next player taking their turn. So if you have doubles, no. If you roll triples of any number after all their rolls are completed, so basically at the end of it, their point score is set to 32 immediately, no matter what their previous point total was, and play continues with the next player.
So if you get triples off your first roll, awesome. If you get
Awesome.
triples off your last roll, bad.
No, triples is fine at the end, as long as whatever the your final numbers at the end. So if you roll triples right away, and you're fine there.
But you could also re-roll.
No,
like,
I'm
the
saying
D6
like
at
I'm
the
saying
end.
like,
Triples is good.
but
Doubles is bad.
it sets your point total that you've gathered for over the whole game.
Yeah.
And are there multiple?
No,
Sorry,
if you get no matter what your previous point total was, it becomes 32.
32.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
max.
saying. Like, if your point total is higher than 32.
No, if you're already out, then you bust. Like if you've already
Oh.
busted, then you're out of the game. So you don't get to roll again. Yeah. Players may choose to finalize their point total at any time, locking in their points. And after a player has decided to lock in their points, it will no longer roll when their turn comes around. If a player's point total over exceeds 33, they lose and are removed from the game. Play will continue around the table with each player taking their turn until every player has either exceeded 33 and been removed from the game, or has chosen to lock in their point total.
Kind of like an alternative dice version of blackjack.
Totally. The player with the point total closest to 33 wins.
33.
33. In the case of a tie, the tied players play one more round each, with the highest point total determining the winner.
This isn't like blackjack. This is like 31.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
in
it is like 31, yeah.
if you have 3 of a kind, it counts as 30 and a half.
Yeah.
Puts you as
Yes.
closer to
Yeah.
31 as possible.
So with that,
And if you hit 31, naturally
you can just lock in.
you just win.
Or-
Sorry, 33.
I don't think you can with the numbers that we have in
Oh.
the dice. I don't think you
Okay.
can get to 33 in one go. All right. So with that, why don't you start us off? What you buying, friend? I heard your colleague over there talking about treasure.
Yeah, he loves to go out and, between you and me, he digs around in the mud in any rainforest he can get near, saying that he's one of these days going to find treasure, but so far he's found shit all. So
Sounds like
I went on this fucking wild adventure with him because he's promised some crazy treasure as I put my arm down and lean forward, and we found nothing. And I would like to fail a deception check.
Yeah.
Like, I want to fail. Can I roll a deception? Basically being like
it's a performance check. Then.
a performance check. Yeah, basically I'm like
How bad can you fake lying?
I'm lying. See, I'm so
Can I give
much
you
better.
guidance kicking you under the table?
I think that's a Tim.
That's a Tim question.
If you want to try.
You
Yeah,
wanna try
I'm gonna
casting
try.
a spell in
It's,
front
does it have a verbal component?
I think guidance doesn't, right?
Yes.
Oh, it does?
It does.
Okay, never mind.
Hey, God,
Yeah, it
baby,
does.
shut the fuck up.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
That's a 20.
Okay. Okay. Sounds like he needs a better map.
Can I hear this fucking guy?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, what?
You're nearby.
Oh my god.
Oh, just your friend was telling me about how piss poor you are at finding treasure. I said,
He's not my fucking friend.
sounds like you maybe need a better map.
I fucking love treasure. Do you have a map?
Maybe I do.
Maybe I do. I'm not going to share my map with you. If I had a map.
Well, that's too bad. Because if you had a map, then perhaps I'd put my map on the table. Make things real interesting.
Well, okay. You first. Wait, at the same time? Wait, maybe just yours.
Why
Just
not?
yours.
Why don't you maybe sit?
And, care to make it really interesting?
Sure.
That tattoo on your arm.
Oh yeah, this.
I'll take that if I win too.
The skin off my back or
Yeah.
wrist. I'll give you the wrist for the map. We don't have a map.
He's got a map.
He doesn't have a map. I've got a map.
Put him on the table, boys.
I'm not at the table. You show me your map.
Why don't you sit at the table?
You see he pulls out of his doublet. You can see he pulls out kind of a rolled up map.
I'm really good at treasure hunting. I'm not sure I need your dinky map.
We do still have the map.
What's your passive perception?
13, 12.
Mine's 16.
You can see a little bit of writing on the back of that map.
On the back?
Same symbols.
Looks similar, yeah.
Mark, you see the spider up in the corner is doing.
You can't see the spider with a passive 13.
It's just a
think
spider.
the legs-
Hazy bar.
There's just a spider in the web.
There's another spider being like, dude, are you okay?
I've got the connection with Esper. If Esper can see a gesturing spider, maybe he's better at
Anyone?
No.
Anyone? Is this thing on?
We are in the.
Is this thing on? Hello? Hello?
I'm watching this table from the like I'm sitting around with my.
It's not a huge space, so
Yeah.
you're...
It's a pretty big spider. Did I mention how big the spider is?
You did not.
I'm in my head.
Uh-huh.
We have the map of around Dwyler's village. We roll that up, put it on the table. I've got it. It's of the
Do you
same-
love treasure? Do you love it? Because this isn't a job for me. It's a way of life. All right.
Of course. You seem very serious.
I think you're being
Tre-
mocked.
I know. Okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna pull out the scrap that was like the X mark of like the Dwyler map, basically. You know the map that like
Yeah. He kind of looks at it.
rolled up, and I'm like, it's his map, but he has me hold on to it because I'm the help.
Kind of looks at it. Show me.
You first.
Starts to kind of unroll it. Very specifically not showing the symbols.
Oh.
Whoa! There's real. Whoa! Shit!
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna.
And I can't do anything. I've seen that there's symbols on the back, and I'm fucking across
gonna-
the room.
I'm gonna unscroll and just like in my head to mark, this is our map. Say this is our map. I'm gonna unscroll it. It is of the Yasiel rainforest, just a little more zoomed in.
He looks at it. I don't think I'm interested in that map.
This is the map we got.
That's too bad.
Then what about this for yours?
Well, see, I thought you had another map, so I'm gonna need them both because it all seems like you're pretty interested in what I've got.
I sat down to play a game and you started this line of questioning.
Yeah, and look at where it's got me.
Yeah, a map that you don't want. Let's play for gold then.
I don't think I'm interested in gold.
What are you interested in?
It's not treasure, that's for sure.
I'm interested in treasure.
Okay. And if we don't happen to have any treasure that suits you on us?
I know you're keeping something from me. And he looks over at your wrist.
What makes you think that?
Well, your friend's tattoo says otherwise.
What does it say?
Well, those symbols on that tattoo, they're not very common.
It would just be the one symbol. It would be the center symbol.
Yeah. Well, they're like, you would have seen the other symbols of like, because you said the coin.
No,
No,
I
just the center symbol.
specifically.
Okay.
This is like written on my wrist as like a little standalone tattoo. Just that little shape.
Yeah, he's still.
Where have you seen them before?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay.
If you want information, I just want to make it interesting and make it worth my while. You can win it if you think you are able to. I'll give you my map.
We're able to, but I don't know what you want from us. It seems you're uninterested in anything we have to offer, in which case, I mean...
In my head to Mark, he's too confident. He's got a way to cheat. Let's just rob him.
Okay. Listen. That is my shit map. I do have my shit boy carry it because I don't trust him. I can tell you're not in it for the love of the game. which on principle I don't like. But it sounds like we may be looking for the same treasure for different reasons. Perhaps there is a way to collaborate on our treasure hunt, in which we both are waiting for the other person to betray the other at a moment's notice, and it's just who's the most clever about, waiting till the fucking last minute. Fuck.
Oh, you really said a mouthful.
Yeah.
Well, if we're gonna collaborate, I'm gonna need you to be forthright with me. Lay your cards on the table. I showed you mine.
I can overhear this conversation, right?
I left a big bar.
I'm gonna kind of saunter up just with my tea and just like if it's kind of like a nooked table that he's in, I'm just gonna kind of like lean just like a little bit away. It's just
Folly.
Who has our coin right now?
I would have the coin in the map because Esper's been obsessing over him.
Yeah, of course.
Let's gamble this guy. Let's gamble the guy. Where the fuck is Thistle? He was supposed to be part of the team.
Can you use your hand to move the odds to my favour?
Maybe, probably, I don't know.
I think he's gonna cheat somehow.
Okay, well then, yeah, it's all we, I guess.
Listen, he's the head of this operation, but we've got other team members to discuss with. This is an interesting proposition that you've put forwards. But I'd be loath to not include my companion, so do you mind if we take a minute to talk amongst ourselves?
Mira, you want to let it ride?
yeah,
Shark, you want to let it ride?
yeah, fucking roll.
Yeah, talk to everybody. They're down.
So specifically.
I keep looking for like lizards or shit, or like.
I would be a spider.
It's a jungle. I don't know.
Gecko. I was
I
thinking
thought
gecko.
Gecko too.
Oh, actually, you know what? Because I did talk about my passive perception is.
You can make a
Keep
perception
referring
check.
to me wanting to fuck spiders.
Yeah, it's not better. It's a 9.
Guidance. I cast guidance.
You didn't have a purple.
Notice me.
You start doing your little fucking spider dance.
I'm literally like from My Neighbor Totoro. I'm the dust things. I'm
Oh
just
my
like
God.
fucking like.
So it's sprites, yeah.
Do you drop down at all?
Yeah, but behind his like right next to just over his shoulder.
You can make
like,
that perception check at advantage then.
Hello?
Spider whisper.
Once more. It was an 11.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm right here.
I like the idea of him going,
You don't hit him.
No,
It wasn't
I'm
low
on.
enough that you-
I'm above his the
Bastions.
Oh, Bastion.
Bastion's shoulder.
Okay,
So
yeah, you.
I'm in his line of sight.
Yeah, that's why you had advantage. You do see it, but you don't really think twice about.
Place is dirty.
fuck it. Can I also make a perception check because I'm looking at Bastion?
Sure.
Just
Fucking bad. 16.
Okay, yeah, you do see a spider waving its arms. Weird.
In my head, I'm gonna be like, do you see that spider there?
Yeah, this place is really dirty.
No, I think that might be Thistle. Look, he's doing a little mumba.
Jesus Christ. While they're chatting, I'm like, come here often. Kind of energy.
All right, let me try.
Small chat.
Hello, little spider. Are you Thistle?
Oh, yes, they
Oh,
are.
fuck, it was.
Um,
Yeah, it
it
was him.
appears-
1 second. I'm on the other line. All right, yeah, back to you.
It appears we're playing dice, not cards.
Yeah.
Is that what you're contributing?
Oh, have you moved past this?
Yes.
All right, I've been trying to get your attention for a while.
We really should have chosen a meeting point. Do you have anything else to add?
So,
He appears to have a map.
Thank you.
While that's happening,
oh my god.
is there
I'm trying to help.
Is there any, you're doing so good. Is there anybody else in the bar?
You're doing so good, derogatory.
No, but like not even a breath between moving on.
Is there anybody else in the bar paying attention to Bastion? Specifically, not
Make a
to us,
perception check.
but to Bastion. That's going to be a 17.
17. It doesn't appear so.
Okay.
Yeah, let's let it ride. Why not? All right. Oh, sorry, you want to say
I was just gonna say, how do we know you play fair? We just wandered in here and you're sitting in a corner, clearly having pissed off at least one person enough that they stormed out.
Oh no, they tried to cheat.
They tried to cheat. Yeah, what?
And I showed them my knife, and they left.
Oh, okay. And so you've never cheated?
I don't cheat, no.
Do you
It's
lie?
a general rule.
You a liar?
Everyone lies.
Okay. Would you deceive people you've made a deal with?
I guess it depends on the people and the nature of the deception.
So that's a yes. That's like a soft, sweet yes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. I just want to know we're all level.
Is he making eyes at Miri? Is there like a flirtation to his?
A little bit.
Okay.
He's pretty charming.
Charming. The conversation of charming.
He's a charming guy.
He's a charming
Charming guy.
What do you want to say?
Can you make...
You don't have to whisper, mate. It's in our brains.
Right. I'm just a whispery guy, I guess.
Yeah, I know. It's... I'm like... You're in my brain. I shouldn't have to strain to hear you in my brain.
I remember there was a time when we first met.
Yeah.
Shy stole something from you.
Yes.
And then you were like, no, I still have it. And you like...
And then I had it,
out.
yes.
Can you do that same trick with the coin, but jumble up all the symbols?
You know what? That shouldn't be hard for me, actually. And then what do I do with it?
Just like, be like, I got one better than a map. Flash the coin, put it away. That's on the table.
Now, all right. Sorry, what was your name?
Bastion.
Okay, Mark. Bastion. Wait, no, fuck up. Wait, no, we already agreed on the map. That'd be weird.
What? How is
Wait,
Bastion
yeah,
reacting to what?
We're doing
this?
it. We're doing
It
it.
wasn't
Okay.
just the map. There was also talk of
The symbol.
the symbol.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
don't promise more than we need to.
We'll
already got
hang
it.
out. We don't need to upsell. Yeah, absolutely. You know what, my mate here. Okay, show him not the back, just the front of the good map.
Pull out the map and I show him the front, being very careful not to show him the back. Despite the fact that I know that there is...
Is
nothing
that
to
an
the back.
exciting map? Is that worth playing for?
I'm almost there, yeah.
When you say almost, say more words about that.
Well, that's just one. If you both want to participate,
Oh no, I don't get
Just
it.
me.
that
Map.
symbol's got to be on the table too.
The map and the wrist.
So you've been hunting this a while, huh?
Yes, I have.
To what end, if not, you know, for the joy of the thing?
Well, that's my job. I'm a treasure hunter.
Somebody put you up to it.
I'm curious as to why you are all so interested.
For the love of the
It's
fucking
for the love of
game.
it. It's absolutely for the love of the game.
Make a deception check.
Got it.
Both of us?
Yeah, we're both liars. We can do this. Yeah, baby. That's pretty good for my guy. 25.
12.
But I would say that, like,
25
It's-
for his insight.
oh,
He rolled a 25 for his insight.
Fuck.
Well, lying is better.
For the love.
Let's play.
1 second. How long have you been treasure hunting?
Me? If I'm completely honest, I'm a little new to it. I only got out of school not too long ago.
Interesting. How did you find yourselves in Vermel Hask?
Had a fucking map, mate.
You're clever.
Not really.
That's the most truthful thing he's told you all day.
Oh, it's just unusual. You don't see a lot of folks such as yourself.
There are no folks such as myself.
Also, what are you trying to imply by that?
You stick out like a sore thumb.
Oh, that's
Yes,
fair.
it's called fucking fashion, mate. I love treasure and I love fashion. And can we roll for a fucking map? Like, what are we doing here?
I just haven't met a treasure hunter quite so loud.
Yeah,
As you.
mate. This is what I'm talking about. The whole fucking industry is so fucking corporate. No one has respect for the classics anymore. It's all I'm collecting something to sell to some fucking museum or some sketchy little wizard. Rather, the joy of investigating antiquity. I mean, am I the asshole here? Am I the only person who respects the wealth of civilization stacked on top of one another in this magical fucking world we live in? Like,
As you get worked up, you start to feel your vision kind of blur somewhat.
Oh shit.
Tea.
Sorry, mate.
All right, you need to sit down. You got pretty worked up there.
Yeah, sorry, I love the game so much.
And whereas how much he loves the game, the rest of us love the money.
Yeah, I'd like to almost like during that tirade make it look like my loyalty is very tenuous.
That it's almost like he's on this big dream kick.
He's
He's the finance.
from the mummy, he's the brother,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we're all Brendan Fraser.
None of us are like jumping to back.
No.
No, yeah.
Like we're kind of like, all right.
I'm the guy. I'm the guy who's really bad.
The fez?
With the fez. That's me.
Benny.
The guy-
Benny.
Benny?
You're talking about
Benny. I'm Benny.
Bye, Benny.
Just
So
Wanna be
Benny,
clear.
who's
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
We
Giannis
can
has
share
just
Rachel Weisz.
Giannis
Yeah,
has just
sure.
admitted
Rachel Weisz.
Giannis has just admitted that he's going to betray us at some point. That's what Benny does.
I mean, I feel like that's been pretty obvious.
Rachel Weisz, Brendan Fraser.
But I think
Hot
the
air balloon guy from Mummy 2.
I think the goal is to
Who's gonna take
create
Scorpion
this
King?
to create a dynamic that we're trying to portray to Bastion of like he can have all the pie in the sky dreams about it. The rest of us are either hired muscle or we have a skill that he thinks is useful. It is a job, it is a ride. That is why we're here.
All right. He looks down. All right, and you put the map down.
Does he put his map down on the table?
Yeah, the map is there on the table. It's fairly close to him, but roll away.
It's just these two playing.
As of right now,
I think
unless
we're
anybody
back
else
to
wants to
It
get
was
in on
It was
it.
the only thing that we did.
I mean, I'd love to play. I just don't know what you're looking for.
If you have something to put on the table, it's of value.
Just play. Don't play.
We won't lose.
Yes.
We're very lucky people.
It will be fine.
Okay, you've got a 1, a 4, and a 5.
10.
How many times are we gonna roll these?
Yeah,
bones?
what's
You can
you
re-roll
roll?
each
You roll
one.
until someone busts or stays.
Yeah, so basically, on the first round, you can roll, and then you can re-roll each one once if you want,
And you take the points
and
for
then
that round.
then you lock in your points, and then it's my turn. I do that. Then it goes back to you if you want to roll again.
10 is a nice even number.
I would re-roll that 1.
I'm gonna re-roll the 1, and that's it.
Well,
That is a 3, so
Okay,
better.
so 12 total.
12.
Okay.
12 total.
12 total. I need the
We're
little
looking for
paper
32,
so I can
right?
see the numbers. It's a 1. That's an 8.
That's a 5.
Four.
4. 4. So 12, 13.
13. I'm gonna reroll this one. Okay. I'm gonna leave that then. 13.
12.
And doubles are bad, yeah?
Doubles are bad, yeah.
Okay,
But you
so
can
I have-
re-roll. Doubles are only bad at the very end.
I have to re-roll something.
You should re-roll. So that's 3, 2, and 2, but those are doubles there, so you need to
Yeah.
re-roll at
And this is
least.
the D4, right?
We need to roll a 2 on the D4 to get triples.
On the D8.
On
I'd
the
have to
D8
do
to get
two
Oh,
on the
that's
D8.
not bad. It was D4
Not a
when
great
we talked
bet.
about it.
Because that just busts me if I fail.
Well, you can roll each of them once, but at the end of those 3.
You can't have
double.
the
Yeah.
2 at the end of a round.
Do I have
otherwise
to-
you automatically bust, right?
I can re-roll each once.
Yeah.
Can I re-roll one and then re-roll another?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I can re-roll the D8 trying to get triples.
I think so.
It says if a player rolls doubles of any number after all their
Yeah.
rolls are completed.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
yes,
so
you
I'm
can
going to
try
try
and
to
get a
re-roll
triple.
this D8,
Okay.
trying to get that triple.
I'm
three,
going to
triple two.
reach into my friend's brain. I'm going to say, let me see what I can do about that.
Oh my god.
Put a little extra flair on it. Can I give him advantage on this? Like, can he roll twice and pick the one?
You have disadvantage on ability checks right now
Por qué?
because of the T.
Oh.
You all have disadvantage on ability checks as the T.
Not me, because I'm a
for you.
spider.
Yes, you're a spider.
So I'm up here clear.
That's unfair because I only drank the tea because it was a part of the chest.
Exactly.
Never drinks things.
Okay, go for it. That's a 1.
That's fine. And then I'll re-roll this one. Okay.
Okay.
And
you can try.
I can try and re-roll this one, but I don't think there's any point because I run the risk. There's a 50-50 chance that I hit a double.
That's 7 all up.
7 total.
7 total. So
That brings
that's
us to 19.
19.
That's a great number to have. We love
19 after 2 rounds is pretty good.
He's at 13, right?
Yeah.
This is scary.
Oh, that's so good. Fuck.
That's fine.
2, 2, and 8. 12?
Yeah.
Well,
On top
but
of
with
his
double.
13 is 25.
Oh, he's gonna go for the triple.
that. Oh no.
He's gonna go for it. That's the same thing.
This is
Then I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll stay there. So that puts me.
Wait, he's got doubles then.
Oh,
He has
then
to
he'll
reroll,
have.
yeah, he has to
yeah,
reroll
good
one.
call.
Oh, I like this.
Uh-oh.
He's got doubles and he busts for them.
Is he gonna bust? Is he gonna bust?
That hit me. I can reroll it.
No.
It ended up
fine.
flat.
That's flat.
Okay, so that's 8 and 3 is 12. So another 12. So that's.
8 and 3 is 11.
You're right, absolutely
Yeah.
right.
So that's a plus his 13 is 24.
24.
24.
24. What are we at? 22?
19.
24, 19.
24.
So he's 5 ahead.
But
No. It doesn't matter what number you have. It matters
Yeah.
about where you land around the number.
like
33.
33.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but he's 5 closer to it than we are at the moment.
Mate,
Yes.
But he could bust.
can
He
you
could
give
get
me
over
a sneaky
33.
ghost that he can't see? I'm feeling a little fucked up. I think the tea is pretty cool.
In my head, I go, oh, my spooky shit is very visible.
Oh, weird.
We gotta just play this out.
Okay, so that's 8.
8.
No. Oh, yes.
That's
yes.
8.
8.
That's 5.
5.
is
Why do they have 10 on this? There's no 10 side.
That's 13, and 1 is 14.
14.
That's 33.
That is exactly
So you,
33.
but is
Is
33
that
the
bad?
number? Is 33?
No, I
the
think
best?
it's.
No, it's whoever's
that's-
closest
exceeds
to...
33.
Ever exceeds
Yeah.
33.
So we're at 33, so we're gonna
the
say
number.
that.
Yeah.
He hit
We're locking
21.
in.
Yeah,
We're
I
locking
roll
in.
it.
He's gonna try.
I
He
roll
has
it.
to hit 33.
He has to hit 33.
Holy
What does he need? Wait. What does he need? He has
He
that,
needs
that's
25.
25.
He needs 8.
8.
8.
I thought he had 24.
20.
I did
24.
have 24.
Yeah.
So 9.
Yeah. 9.
No. 9.
Give me the sheet. Sorry.
Give me that.
Tim's desire to win right
1,
now.
2 is 3, and this one is a 5.
8. You
So
have
he's
32.
32.
I have to re-roll because I can't get another 2. That would fuck me. I think I have to re-roll this one.
And hope for
And
a
hope
6.
that it's a 6.
A 6.
Yeah, you
So,
need
yeah,
a
you have
6
to re-roll the
win.
D8 and it has to be a 6.
That's the
So
only
what's
way
the
you
symbol?
win.
Wait. The symbol is a square with a T through it.
Hey.
Everyone's standing.
Oh my
everyone's so
God.
intense.
Square with a T.
Map 69! 69! Wait, now's the moment. 69!
And of course, we're all very chill.
Yeah. Inside, you're like, yeah!
But at the back, you just hear
It
Shy.
gets very loud in your head.
At the back,
Esper's like, yeah!
Mate, you don't have to whisper, you don't have to shout.
at the back, you just hear, because Shy hasn't been involved in any of the rolling, and you go, well, ain't that a shame?
And you watch as he. Fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Well, I'm sure we'll. You enjoy. Good luck.
Double or
Good
nothing.
luck to you.
What are you on about? This is me, Adam Lucas.
This is for the Mr. For the love of it over here.
This is for the love of it.
No, I don't have anything else. So
I doubt that very much.
I'm quite done.
I'll take my winnings, thank you.
Wow.
I didn't think you were the type of man to walk away from a game.
Yeah, well, if you keep
Oh
talking,
my god.
I'm gonna show you what kind of man I am. And his
son of a
smile
bitch.
kind of tightens,
We have what? We have little
and he
brothers.
storms out of the bar.
He's gonna come and rob us. We need to do
I'm
this
gonna,
quickly.
as he kind of walks out of the bar, I am gonna kind
I
of
was
wander
right, so
over
like that.
to the, like the center bar, and I'm gonna put my cup down and I go, that makes quite a punch.
Yes, it does.
Someone is very excited that I just won this gambling.
It's okay, I'll get it.
And I'm going to kind of wander my way just out, and I'm just gonna kind of watch Bastion leave to see if he turns back and looks at all.
Make a perception check. At disadvantage because of the tea.
Oh my god, it's like a level of exhaustion essentially.
Yeah, not quite. It'll wear off though. It won't last forever. But yeah.
That is a 25 with a natural 19.
Wow.
He does look over his shoulder, kind of scowling, but then,
And I just give him one of these,
and he kind of just feigns a smile and continues.
and I kind of just turn back inside.
Do you want
As,
me to take a picture and send it to you?
okay, so while Esper just kind of sits, kind of poring over it, and I look at this and I go,
Spider Thistle?
Yeah, I'm a spider.
"Are you still a spider?" And I kind of
I
just
can't
like
just become
put my hand
normal
out.
again.
If you're wanting to go get drugs, now's probably a real great time to go do that.
I'll
And I
go
just
outside.
I put him down.
Become Thistle, come back in. Oh, hi. Oh, what a beautiful establishment. I have
Do
not
you
been in
need
yet.
as the person who carries your coin purse, would you like some accompaniment so you don't get fucking robbed?
Yes, please. I will head over to the paste.
The paste, yeah, okay.
Um,
You see there's like 3 folks kind of sitting around, and like there's a tin there that you see one of them is like, and that you watch as the folks kind of reach in very gingerly and take a very little amount.
They rub it on their gums.
And they rub it on their gums. You can see as they kind of turn to you, you can see the inside of their mouth is all iridescent and sparkly.
Good day, good day.
Hi!
Curious, what does your paste do?
Oh, have you ever had shimmer before?
I have not.
Oh, you rub it in your mouth and it kind of just amplifies everything.
Makes everything better.
But you just gotta use a little bit.
Amplifies everything.
Yeah.
All right. How much?
Oh, just for one?
Just for one.
Just for a taste?
Well, for an experience. I don't want just a sample. I want a
Well,
proper dose, but for one dose.
25 gold pieces.
I'll take one. Thank you.
and I will take it.
Go ahead. And he shows you. He's like, just this much.
No, I am not going to do it right now.
I don't want to put my fingers in your mouth.
No, I will put it in another little jar.
Oh.
And I'll put it in a jar and seal it up. Pack
Inside
it
check.
away.
Did this guy want to put his fingers in his mouth? It's a 5.
No.
And like, does this
Guy
guy
seems trustworthy. He
look
doesn't
like,
want fingers in his mouth.
like? I mean, I feel like there's,
Just a heads up, that doesn't last very long.
How long?
I don't know. I've never held on to it for that long. I just got this morning.
So, a couple hours.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
do these people like? I mean, I can imagine that with the drug running and stuff that's through urine, there would be dens where people would go and use a bunch of drugs, and you have people who are in different states of their addiction or their like substance dependence. Do these people look like they're quite dependent on shimmer, or does it look like it's having any like dangerous effects on their bodies or anything like that?
Make a perception check. Or a medicine check.
That is going to be 13 medicine, you said? 15.
15. They don't seem to be dependent on it. They seem to be enjoying themselves quite a bit, but
Yeah.
you do see one of them has just done it. And there's like that moment, because you've seen a couple of them do it now, and it's a shorter trip generally. But you see one of them kind of takes it, and there's that like moment of like
Euphoria.
a euphoria, but then you watch as they sort of like freeze up, and they kind of go inward.
Oh boy.
And they just sort of like, you watch as they stop moving. They're still breathing, but they seem overwhelmed.
Okay, so it would be kind of like a
Shimmer hole.
it's kind of me. Yeah, okay. Great.
I'm gonna
It's
make
kinda
my
me.
way
Sick.
to another one of the.
I think what I'm doing is I follow Thistle around. Is for every drug that he purchases, I'm trying to get a clock on what the after effect is. So what can I expect once either he or gives someone this drug? I'm just trying to keep a clock on that. I think.
Yeah, I'll make my way over to what was the other one you said?
25 gold pieces.
There's two others. There's the like what almost look like husks of like seeds that are on most of the tables.
That they put in their mouths.
That they put in their mouths. And then there's also there's the one with the
Silk ropes. I'm going to avoid that one.
And then there's the one that's being smoked, and that seems to be more common. There's like 3 or 4 little.
I'll go to the husks next.
Okay. Yeah, you see, there's like there's a table of like a handful of people.
Good day. What is this that you are partaking in?
It's a Vermel Hask.
Vermel Hask.
Yeah, you ever had one?
No.
Oh, and he kind of you watch as he plucks one out and kind of like gets the whatever the solution is off and pops it into his mouth, and almost like packing a dip.
What does it do?
Oh, it just kind of. It's got kind of a numbing effect. Gives you a little bit of a head high, and you toughen up a little bit.
Oh, okay. How much for this?
Oh, well, how many do you want?
Just one.
He's like it's almost like he's
One
short
drug,
circuit.
please.
One alcohol, please.
I mean, you could just have. I mean, if you just want one, you can just have one.
How long does it last?
I mean, you don't want it to dry out. It's not gonna be very good, but
All right.
And
you buy a jar.
I'll buy a jar.
All right.
How many's in a jar?
Well, here we got this one, and there's about 7 in there.
Can I have the jar in one?
Yeah, you can have one right now. And
No, I'd like one in the jar, and then you take the other 6. I would not like to purchase 7. I'd like to purchase 1. But I need a jar with liquid.
yeah,
Your Gramps goes to buy some drugs.
yeah,
This guy's fun at
sure.
parties.
And you watch as this orc just pops open the thing, and like looks at you while he scoops out 6 of the Vermel husks and drops them in the other jar on the table and seals it back up. Here you go.
Thank you. How much for the 1?
You know, you can just have that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
and then lastly, the people who's smoking.
Okay.
What you
you
smoking?
head over.
I would like one puff, please.
You see.
One cloud of smoke.
Kind of around, there's a few folks kind of gathered around this sort of hot metal plate, and you watch as
Smoking blades.
this woman kind of.
You never smoked blades before?
The only blades I fuck around with are bay.
And there's like a little fire underneath this little silver plate, and you watch as this woman kind of drops a little bit of a tincture on, and you see it start to sizzle and bubble, and it turns into this kind of fine, light gray blue mist, almost like a smoke that sort of spirals up, and you watch as they kind of she inhales deeply and sucks all of the smoke back. You watch like just a calm fall over her.
Is this, you know what? I'm gonna cut to the chase because I'm pressed with time. Do you hallucinate with this?
I think you could, I suppose, but it's more of a calming. Have you never tried Wraith Vapors before?
No, but the name is very intriguing. How much? For 1.
Your first one's on me.
Oh, I'm not gonna do it now. It's for later.
All right, just maybe have a spotter.
Yeah, I got him.
She gives you a tincture. It's got,
thank you.
looks like probably about 3 doses.
I have a very strange question.
Yeah.
If I was to do all of these at the same time, I'm just curious, has it been attempted?
I've never seen anyone do it, but
I like a
I
chance.
suppose you could.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
Why this one over all the other ones in this place?
It quiets the mind.
So what?
No, you're not there. I don't think you're. I'm walking around, and it quiets the mind.
Still in the
Okay.
zone.
Yeah, it blocks out most things.
Can I take one as well to go, please?
Sure. She gives you one.
I'll buy that one. How much is that?
50 gold pieces.
Yeah, I buy that.
When Bastion left, did it look like he was like giving up leaving? What I noticed that did it seem like he was like, fuck it, I'm done. He was pissed, he was out, or was there did he have like a I'm not done with this kind of energy?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was just three doses in the Wraith Vapors.
Yeah,
Aid?
per tincture.
With that, as we're both kind of
sure.
watching a sore loser go.
Yeah.
So
Advantage
advantage.
for
Okay.
We both watch him go and then
Yeah.
Try to
Love
dissect
watch him
it
go,
together.
hate to watch him leave.
So 18.
18. He seemed angry and upset. You're not sure if he didn't give any direct kind of threat that oh, you'll see me again kind of thing.
kind of did that.
But you're not sure with someone like that. It's difficult to tell.
I'm gonna turn to Mark and say, can I talk out loud? Is
Yeah,
that
you can
okay?
talk aloud. I just like doing it in the brain because that's kind of fun.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like I've met a lot of people like Bastion before, and giving up something that seems so valuable to him so easily, it just just makes me a little nervous. I'm just worried I'm just worried. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like maybe really doing up the watches is good.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't get a lot of information about the artifact.
Not at all.
Was kind of our gig, but maybe. I mean, Esper's over there really digging into that.
I probably would Is there rooms in this place?
No, but there's tables. They're
I
it's,
would have it in my bag.
After
Yeah.
after
This
I'd
is
be
Adam,
done
then.
with Thistle, I think I'd wander over to Mark and Miri.
Nobody seems particularly interested in.
As they're having this conversation.
They're sort of interested in their.
Yeah.
We were just talking about I'm a little concerned that Bastion might come back.
I have thought.
Someone's certainly gonna come back.
He was making eyes at you.
Yeah, I got the energy that he was that was his general way of being. I don't know. But
I'm loath to send anybody in alone, and I'm not saying you, but Mark's right. Don't really have any information on this artifact. And what if one of us makes moves to turn tail, or makes moves to change sides, and to try and extract some information from him? I don't know if I'd be the right person to do that, but
I mean, I could try for sure.
Are you having this conversation near me?
no,
Oh, okay.
I mean,
probably not. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, we probably wouldn't be.
yeah, let's just get a table.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're at a
let's
table.
sit
Get a fucking table.
Table,
You
yeah.
got your fucking gloom moss and
I want
and valley
I want us
huts.
to get a table where we're in clear visual shot of the odd sort of suspension thing that's going on.
Suspension. Oh,
The rope time.
silk
Yes.
rope?
Oh, okay, yeah. Where you are at
being
the
a
gambling
perv?
table that you were at.
Are you just being a perv?
I don't know what's a sex thing. I don't know
Turn
what's
out
a sex thing.
At the gambling table
It's
that
cool. It's like an unusual
that
thing.
you kind of become, you've sort of taken over. You watch as you can see into the room that it's happening. It's just a little bit tucked away, but not too much. But you can see there's a chair, and there's a few people there, and you watch as the person gets tied up, and there is something is brought out of a kind of an urn, and they make a perception check to see if you can see exactly what it is.
I'll help you with that.
Okay.
You can roll that at advantage.
That's gonna be 15.
Okay. You see they look like maybe dried worms or insects, like mealworms maybe. And you can see they're getting crushed up in a bowl and then kind of laid out. And the person that's wrapped up in the silks, tied up in the silks, snorts them. And you watch as a look of pure bliss comes over them as their body starts to move and kind of writhe and contort as they slip out of these silk ties.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
They lose bone density.
Not quite. It just seems that their body becomes more flexible and they are more comfortable contorting themselves.
And half the
That's
joy of the
very
experience is
cool.
getting out
Yeah.
of the.
Oh,
fun.
Oh, I love that so
That's
much.
dope.
Okay, gonna make my way over there in a bit while we're hanging out and chatting first.
Here's my pitch.
Yeah.
If this guy's whole thing is he's got to get the treasure, I mean, we did make overtures that we could collaborate and that I wanted to do the double or nothing. Odds are he comes back either to try and steal it, which I think we can probably handle, or maybe with something else to bet. Maybe we just put on our treasure hunting hats, do our best to figure this out. I mean, we've got the key
And if
and a smart guy.
Yeah, I used to. A lot of wizards, a lot of their shit, their books and like the valuable information behind stuff like this. So I used to have to steal what was inside. I had to kind of
The other piece.
figure it out. Yeah, I've got the other page right here. I had to kind of figure it out. So I'm not bad at these kind of things, weirdly, as a street rat kid.
everyone's got their
I'm
things that they're
putting
good in.
some stuff together, but I think historically speaking, the shithead already has lost a piece of the hunt with the pen. I think he'll probably see us as an easier mark than the red door, so he will come back and try to take it back. My thinking is we just. I don't see. Can I roll an investigation check on the map part to see if there's
Take a look
anything
at
I
it.
can discern?
Well, it's like, look at it,
Yeah.
look at it.
Look at it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's still missing. It's still missing parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're missing a section of the map.
Yeah.
The section we need.
And I look
Most
over
likely.
and I go,
Just
Our lost is down there.
let's put it on the table. Yeah.
Along at home. Right in here. You know what I mean?
One sec. Before I do that, I'm just gonna do this so that I can continue doing.
This is so exciting.
That's a selfie. I don't want that.
Maybe we want that. Maybe we want your face in
maybe
a
the folks at home
photograph.
want that.
Nice
Yeah.
and flat. Pew. That should help me.
It looks like just normal arms.
I love this little game that you play every
Okay.
time you put your arms.
Because as Shy's looking, she goes, oh yeah, there's cashiers right here. And that's Wraithmoor right there. That's what separates, that's why people in Cashier are so cut off, is there's just this big expanse.
My thinking is we take down.
Let's put it right.
We take down.
Camera moves.
We take down what we need.
Oh, there we go. Camera finds it. Yeah, it'll sync up.
Thank
Don't worry
you.
about that.
Thank you, Dylan. Love you.
Crushing it. We take down what we need. We write down the cipher if that is what it is, and then we burn that.
No! What if there's magical stuff in it?
But that's
That's a word.
why I'm suggesting it, not doing it.
How seriously were you thinking of doing some kind of once over on Bastion? Do you think
I mean,
that's worthwhile?
I can't. I'm not necessarily the most charming person. I can't flirt to save my life. So if we're gonna go, I mean, if it's gonna be the case that he's my only thought was that if we could convince him, we just don't know anything about this artifact. We have this piece now.
I wonder what if, because I'll just throw an idea out there. What if we drew it, because I know you can, do art a little bit.
Yeah, I could do that.
Maybe you could draw a piece of the map that he hasn't seen. Maybe change some details. I could bring that to him if he does come back and offer it in exchange for information.
Okay.
Say that I saw it, copied it down.
The paper's gonna be different because I don't got paper like this, but I got
Oh yeah,
something
we can
close.
just say that it was a copy.
Copy
That it
this,
was
yeah.
literally a copy.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Mark, you have a look on your face.
What we know is this part of the map, that one, was made by the pen in front of our eyes.
yeah.
Yeah.
We believe that Bastion
Made that.
made
part.
that part with the pen. What is the fourth part yet to be written?
No,
Or third part, thank you.
it was written, but he's gambled it away. That would be my bet. He's made this bet before, and he's cost himself the piece. Or he's retained the piece, knowing it's the piece that he needs, and he's given us the scraps.
Because we're
That seems likely.
we're like Vermel Hask isn't on this
He
map.
seemed pretty ready
So
to...
yeah,
Yes.
it's
But you were like it. You would know kind of where it is.
Asari's over there.
You
Yeah.
know Wraithmore is close.
And I
Or like
go-
Here?
Yeah, down a bit more. Yeah, I would go.
That would make sense. He
We're
gave us
not-
the piece of the map he didn't want.
We're not the map that the piece of that shows where we are here in Vermel Hask.
Oh, big stick coming in.
Big stick
Coming
And I
in.
have-
This guy
Yeah,
wants to
you guys
point.
are. Vermel Hask is somewhere in here.
Right.
So you're kind of near. This is the edge of Wraithmore.
I
here.
think what's happened, and this is just a theory, he's given up what he thinks is less important, which is the cipher, and kept what he thinks is more important, which is the X on the map.
The map to the shrine.
Right.
So what if?
Without the cipher, he doesn't got shit.
What if
And
we
he
follow
needs
him?
the coin for the scythe.
What do we follow him? He might make tracks. It might be the case where he thinks that we're gonna start moving towards this thing, and we're both attempting to play each other. He's gonna try and make his way there so he can cut us off and steal our shit once we've already deciphered it. Or he's got this piece of the map that actually shows where we need to go.
I'm open to following him. He's the only lead we have right now.
And we have no idea what we're looking for.
Yeah.
We didn't really have the high ground to figure that out at that point, or smooth enough talking at that point.
Do we want... Wait. Hear me out.
Always do.
He says, I'm loud, draw a crowd. You know, he's not wrong. I could take my beloved manservant and just start making my way into the woods. You know? Because I have my cool treasure chest map and I love the game. He follows me, you all follow him.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
I like this.
I like that too.
And then, you know, sneaky. Maybe you have to come with me. I don't know how much.
I think I should stay back with the group that's following because I can help.
Love that.
Us
Absolutely.
And Thistle and I can both be real quiet.
Great. Good plan.
Have you given me my new jacket at this point?
No, I was gonna wait for an appropriate moment.
Very sweet.
As
Okay.
you
Very cute.
finalize your plan before you head out, that's where we're gonna take our break.
Woo! Tim, this is so cool.
This is so fun.
Oh my
So
gosh,
much
look
fun.
at this.
Fuck.
There's like the whole cipher on
I love this.
and we've got like 4 letters. We've got like 4 or 5 letters here on the back, a T, an I, an A, and N, a B. All of this will be posted on our Discord after the show tonight. Oh my goodness.
When I was peeing, and then I like...
We're going to break.
Taking a break.
So we're gonna be stick around for a wonderful preview of Questchests at the break, and we're gonna go into our art school. We will be back very shortly. We will see you soon. Okay, bye.
Bye.
How immersive do you like your tabletop games? With Questchest, you'll be able to see, hear, taste, touch, and smell the story you're experiencing like never before. Weighty metal coins contain secret ciphers to decode, and wax-sealed letters hold messages invisible to those without the keys. Scented candles will bring players into the world as they breathe in the environment and gather information from what they smell. Allow your players to drink in the flavors of certain scenes with included taste elements like tea, and the missives from the characters they'll meet along their journey, and watch their faces as you play the fully narrated voiceover in the characters' own voices. All this comes underscored with custom music tracks to set the scene, just like the one you're hearing now. Our quest chests are built for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, Pathfinder 2nd edition, and powered by the Apocalypse. All of the encounters are statted out for levels 1, 3, 5, and 7, so no matter where you want to bring your players in, we're ready for it. 2 quest chests are already available for purchase on bookwormgames.com. Stone Oaths and Golden Lies, and Assassin's Crown. But mark the date June 6th on your calendar, because we'll be launching a Kickstarter for 5 additional boxes. You can pick up and play just one if you want, or back all of them in a narratively linked storyline. And as a special thank you, anybody who backs within the first 48 hours will receive a unique commemorative metal coin. Happy adventuring, everyone, and good luck on your quest.
some mess for you. So pull up a chair because you're welcome at the table. Come watch us save the multiverse. So turn up the TV and go watch some D&D. Blackwater, we'll roll some dice for you.
We're back. We are in the fucking tank. We took the break to just like.
No, give me the coin.
We're
give me
deep
the
in
coin.
the weeds.
It's here. Look. That.
Oh shit! You're
Oh
right.
my god, you're right.
Guess
Okay,
what?
that's very
It's
cool.
right there.
That's what it is.
That's the X that marks the spot.
That's it, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just
Holy
yeah.
shit.
So
Yeah. Well done, Em.
so this symbol.
I was
that
looking
is
for
this,
that
it's a
when we
river
had the
system.
first piece.
It's a river system, and there's a. Is it like? It's a
I've lost
thing
my
right
pencil.
there, which is right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're here-ish.
No, that's in Wraithmore.
We're up top.
Oh fuck.
You're
We're, like,
on the
here, aren't
island
we?
to the south.
right,
No,
right.
no.
We're over here. We have to go to Wraithmore.
You're kind of like here.
We need to go to Wraithmore.
Yeah.
You're just across the water here.
No.
So that's where we don't know where the shrine is. But we're assuming that this is the shrine. Okay.
Where did my pencil?
Okay.
Oh,
Your
what,
pencil?
this pencil?
My friggin'
You
pencil.
listen.
You
You
want
can
this
use
pencil?
this one. You can have this one.
Oh, thank you.
There was.
Okay.
lose the
So
pencil I gave you?
over the break, we've been poring over the cipher.
Yeah. I've got Yanis and I have got some of it.
Cracking the code.
Cracking the code.
Oh my gosh.
Deep in the matrix.
Generous,
yeah.
I know this is also hard for you to see at home. We will post everything on Discord. Huge shout out to the folks at Questchests. But while this is happening, I'm assuming we can come back.
Yes, as you come back, as you kind of pore over this material and start to put the pieces together in your head, you deduce some more things. What would you like to do?
I really like the idea of you two going ahead, him following, us following him.
But if we and then Shy looks at the map I think what Shy would do is because we have this idea about copying it. It's often I think you would see Shy kind of pull out this piece of vellum paper and some beautiful leftover charcoal and pencils that are together, and she starts sketching it around, and I think she would sketch the main landmarks on the outside first, and as she draws this,
Cool.
she looks at the coin that Esper has and goes, "It's there. That's this.
Yeah.
That looks like that's in Wraithmore. It's not near where we are now, but
The dot is where we're going.
the dot has to be where it's aligned to this river system or whatever that is, that tributary there. This is
We should start.
yeah.
If you're copying this down, you should change.
Can we
In
just
case this might go to him, you should change the.
can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
Where are we having this conversation right now?
Yeah,
Because I just don't want to have it in the bar. I feel like if we would have come to a revelation and that we were cognizant of people around us,
Could have
we've
gone
gone out
outside.
Yeah, we
Okay.
would have gone outside, yeah.
I think I would.
I
like
just
to
I just would be hesitant about
Sorry for my raging.
saying
Yeah,
we
let's just
found
get a
it.
room. Let's just get a fucking room at a place.
Yeah, and
Look at this, an inn.
we go full conspiracy.
Can I grab some of those mealworms before we leave?
Yes, they're called.
I would say if Miri's wandering over that way, I'll be a half step behind her.
They're called belly worms.
Belly worms?
Yeah.
Great. And what do they do? Do they tell me?
Please speak to this person who is selling the belly worms.
Yeah, can I talk to the belly worms?
Yeah, man, they're a type of dried up ground. We grind the worms,
Yeah.
and they just bring joy, and they just encourage movement.
Yeah, it looks like they also bring literal bone bendiness, sort of.
Kind of. I mean, it just gives you a freedom of movement that's hard to achieve.
How long does that last for usually?
Not that long. Usually about 10 minutes.
Cool, you've been belly worming a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should try it.
I might. Not right now, not right here.
It's too bad. It's more fun with the silks.
I fully believe that. I may be back one day, but for now, I'm gonna just take these to go, if that's okay.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, how much?
It'll be 60 gold pieces.
Okay, great.
And you get 2 doses, basically.
2 doses? Okay. Great.
And then we wander over to somewhere where we could grab an inn.
Yeah, you find a nearby inn, kind of at the edge of the harbor. It's called the Hairy Bear.
And I will make a connection to Shy. We will find the hairy bear first, me and my slave boy. and I will let you know where we are, and we can arrive there separately.
Weird to be back in the town where I was enslaved, being referred to
wow,
as
yeah,
the
yeah.
slave boy. Yes.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yikes!
Familiar with complex trauma?
No?
Okay.
That's true. That's true. Mark would not be familiar with
checks
context.
out.
That checks out. So we would perhaps, we would let them leave the bar first, and go, and then Miri and Thistle and I would stay behind for a little bit. And Mark would let me know if they're staying at the Hairy Bear. We would arrive there later and book a separate.
Okay. So you have 2 rooms at the Hairy Bear. Pretty close together.
How much do those cost?
Just 10 gold pieces for the night.
Okay.
For the 2 rooms.
So we okay. So we're doing that. Should we leave tonight? We should get a rest in, and then go at first light or something like that.
When we show up to the Hairy Bear, I make a point of being like, Froglin, order a round of champagne to the room and pay the man.
Yes, sir.
The bartender is a very large orc, and they look kind of confused.
I don't think we have champagne.
What is the fanciest thing you have that's going to satisfy this absolute prick?
Oh, I've got some mead that came in last year. It's probably a little extra.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Okay.
Do you... Can you just shake the cask a bit, get some bubbles in there?
Okay.
Listen, I'll tell him it's imported, bubbly mead, and he'll think it's the... What's a city nearby that's fancy? Actually, what's a city far away that's fancy? Well,
Also, what's this guy's first and last name?
Wolftown.
Yeah, that's a place.
Wolftown, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell him it's imported from Wolftown.
Wolftown.
Yeah. How much is it?
My name's Jax.
Last name?
My name's Alwyn.
Also Jax.
Birth sign?
My name is Alwyn. He calls me Froglin for some reason.
That's a cool name.
Well, it's because I got attacked by a frogman one time. I got knocked out. He won't let me live it down.
There's frogmen?
Yeah, they're weird looking. They got like poison tongues.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That'll be 30 gold pieces.
Of course. I'm going to pay him 40.
Okay.
And be like, listen, the boss is gold. You know?
Okay, cool.
You can enjoy it as much as I can.
Yeah.
If you don't mind,
Uh-huh.
he enjoys his privacy. So
Okay.
if we can... I'll put another 5 down. If we can just... Not mention
No
that.
turn down service.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if people come asking around, it's you haven't seen us.
Oh yeah, right. I don't even remember your name.
I appreciate that.
No, seriously.
Yep. His name was Jax. Tim, there's no room in my notes for
Jax, Jax.
names.
His name is Jax.
As
Jax.
they would kind of depart up to their room, we would probably arrive about half an hour later and would just book another room.
Okay. My thing doesn't last too long, but I let you know which room we're staying in.
Yeah,
And then we can't talk.
and I'm assuming we kind of bed down kind of for the rest of the day just to leave at first light.
Okay.
I will take a watch though, and
It was a little bit later when you arrived. It was just with time differences. It was probably closer to noon. You were kind of a little bit earlier.
Well, let's get in the same room. Just basically pick up where we left off and
Yes.
just you just discovered it's this fucking week or wherever the fuck.
so
I
if
think-
it's
Thistle and I have been poring over the cipher. I'm getting close.
It's I don't know what this tribute. I do know a bit about Wraithmore. We just hear stories about it in Keshera. It's how you don't go there. It's why Keshera is so far and everybody stays, because the quickest way through is through this just desolate landscape. There was it's mostly picked over by people now. There was apparently Mom used to talk about a war that happened there a real long time ago. And it's just littered with old magic and sometimes things. And I remember Whisper. Well, neither of you know him, but we met someone earlier on in our travels, and he was found in Wraithmore. He was just there, and the Deathians, the Dragonborn are there a lot. They'll pick it over things and go out on an adventuring parties and stuff.
Dragonborn? Like the funky little dragonborn on the coin?
I take a look. Does this have like any like Dathian? Like would it strike as Dathian?
Make a history check.
Okay, I'm not so great at those. With a 15 plus 1 is a 16.
16. Just judging visually by what you see on the coin, this person looks almost more draconic
Okay.
than than the Dragonborn that you've met so far.
Right.
The Dragonborn that you've met so far are they have kind of somewhat more human qualities. They're like
No wings.
Yeah, not as pronounced anyways. They don't have wings like this. And this figure looks more... The dragonness is more pronounced.
And so I would share that.
Mm-hmm.
I've met many Dragonborn, but these look more... they look more dragon-like than the Dragonborns that I've met. Perhaps more powerful entities or something.
I don't actually know where the Dragonborn come from. Was there are Dragonborn becoming less dragony as time goes by? Like, is this like a millennia old? Is this what they used to look like, or is this like a special?
Well, Whisper was saying that the Dragonborn, essentially, the Dathians at least, believed that they were descendants of, was it Rythax they believed?
The first dragon god.
Yeah, so the Dathians, from my understanding, believe that they were descendants of a god named Rythax, who was the first dragon god.
Who was the first of who? Okay, yeah, okay. I like this. Let's run on this. Do we know who's the god?
Rythax?
Rythax must have had at least one baby. Do we know what that was called?
I know there are other dragon gods. M knows that there are other dragon gods. I don't know how much Shai would know.
You would know probably the basics.
I would know of
Bahamut, like the Platinum Dragon, Tiamat,
and Io.
And and you would have heard of Io.
So there were 3.
And Celiat or Unity.
Yeah, so there were 4 siblings, really. Io was the mother. So there was Rythax and there was also Io, but I don't know where that was in the chain. And then there are 3 siblings. There's Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, and then there's Tiamat, and then Celiat, the god that was in Dresda.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if they're like, we're descended from this guy, this dragon god, then, and back in the day they were closer to that, and that's what we're seeing here, then maybe this is their equivalent of. I don't know what the equivalent of Hercules would be in this setting that everyone knows.
It could be a shrine, because if this is a shrine, it's when people build shrines, it's to honor someone or something. Like, we have shrines to Osiris all over Keshira, and someone even built a shrine to my mother after she left.
Do you know who?
Who built it?
Yeah.
No, I never asked. People build shrines to honor other people or to provide a gathering place, so that if you're wanting to pay homage or make pilgrimage or make good on things that have happened or your promises, that can be really a nice like center place. It would be like a temple, would be, but out somewhere beyond.
Would Miri have any knowledge of these, like, gods or the genealogy?
Yeah, make a religion check. You can make it an advantage because you are also familiar with
Cleric.
Garrix.
Yeah.
Twin Larry.
Which is another
Getting my Gugami.
Viper the Sky.
16.
That's a copy.
So you're familiar with some of the other dragon gods.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Garrix was a primordial Titan, so which predates the gods. So you're not sure what the relation is there.
Sure.
I don't know that you would have heard of Rythax, but you are familiar with Io and Tiamat and the Platinum Dragon. You know there is also some... It's unclear because there's also claims that Garrix is the parent of Io and some of the other dragon gods. So it's not totally clear what the lineages are. But you know, from coming from the fire plane, there are creatures as well, humanoid creatures that are half dragons. They're fairly reclusive in the fire plane, but they do exist, that are more draconic in nature and presentation than Dragonborn. And you've met many a Dragonborn in Cinderfall as well. There's a lot of Dragonborn. So you know that there is half dragons as well. They're less common now than potentially they used to be, but
Run out of space.
Okay. I'll share that with everyone.
As I'm
Translated half of it if you want to hear the first half.
You've translated it?
Yeah.
All right, go on then.
What does it look like as Esper is pouring over this? Like what do
like
we
what the audience
see?
has just been saying?
Yeah, but like,
Like
is there any
literal,
like,
like-
spirits or anything like around him or like?
No, because this is a skill that this is all Esper. This is all he was like, I had to crack codes to make money when I stole shit off fancy people. So I think he's just you'll see him write something down and then he'll mouth things. He'll be and then he'll write down it's fully just he's in his head. I've got half. I know you might have more than me, honestly, because you started it.
I have. Would you like me to read
I've
it?
got up to blood.
Okay.
Do you have the second half and I'll read the first?
Let me finish it. I'm very, very close.
You finish the second half while I read the first.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
The problem is that I don't need to look at the key anymore, which is alarming to me. I'm
Yeah,
starting to just,
I also got to
okay.
that point. I also got to that
So
point.
when I was writing, I used a certain type of font face to approximate Infernal with Nepi. I could write it and read it. I could just read it, and it was a type font face of it's called Basarad. It's a font, and I could just write it and read it as Nepi. It was great. Okay, dish it.
Right, I've got the first half. I think Thistle, you were working on the second half, yeah?
Almost done, yes.
Yeah. It's not great. The first half is Fate Burns 2 Undying 1. I think, is that what you got?
Fate burns the undying.
Oh, the Undying 1. I fucked up there. Flames outshine the risen sun. Smoke covers the world in flood. The world will burn and shine with blood. That's what I got.
The one who seeks his treasure here, walk the path and come to fear. If you seek what he, and then I am still working on the last.
Run that. Take it from the top, nice and slow.
Fate burns the undying one. Flames outshine the risen sun. Smoke covers the world in flood.
Let's stop there.
Yeah.
Smoke covers the world in flood.
That's a volcano.
That sounds relevant.
The volcano.
Who's the undying one?
I feel like that's your wheelhouse, mate.
That's why they're looking for it. That's someone to do with the Gates Veil. Some creature with great power. Yeah, it's dude. Adam knows. Esper doesn't know. Well, Adam has
John
theories.
has no fucking clue.
Emma knows.
Fate burns the undying one.
Yeah.
Fate burns the undying one.
Is Fate a person in this situation? Is that someone we should know?
Fight.
So god of fate is because yours bad luck. Yours is luck related.
Yeah, for sure.
You might know a fate god.
Fate.
I've lost my plate and I'm sad.
I mean, does that seem like an accurate description of? Not really, right?
Yeah, fate kind of gets wrapped up into a lot of the gods.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say yes, not specifically.
Okay.
I have too much knowledge.
Fate burns the undying one. Go on. That's good.
Flames outshine
The
the risen sun.
Great.
Smoke covers the world in floods. A volcano.
Uh-huh.
The world will burn and shine with bloods.
What if the world will burn and shining with blood? Remember, both of you weren't there, but we were on this island that was covered in these things that they were called ley lines. They're like big veins of huge magic. And when we touched on something that we were with the Daffians, and they were looking for a map that outlined the ley lines in the world. And Whisper was real upset. And he was like, they can't have this. We can't let it get into their hands. But they took it. And that's how we ended up in the ocean. Sorry, I'll slow down. There was this thing that triggered. It was like a map, or it was a circular globe that ran with red lines that seemed to emanate, if we're looking at a map, from where Asari was. So if what I'm taking from this is that when Asari erupted, something caused Asari to erupt. And when Asari erupted, this like immense power kind of pulsed around the world, activating or invigorating these ley lines. Like my mama used to talk about ley lines as being like immense places of power, sacred magic that people could tap into or manipulate.
Did you see one of these ley lines?
A couple of us touched
Are they red?
Thistle.
Like blood?
the rock is
I
like a
Glows red.
It
Thistle
glows
would,
red.
I have finished the translation. Would you like me to start from the beginning or the
Yeah.
second half?
Take it from the top.
Maybe from the
Alright.
beginning.
Take
There's
from
no
the top.
harm in hearing it over.
Fate burns, the undying one. Flames outshine the risen sun. Smoke covers the world in flood. The world will burn and shine with blood. The one who seeks his treasure here, walk the path and come to fear. If you seek what he once bore, rise again and burn once more.
If you seek what he wants,
I
what's
have
the
chills.
word? Bore.
I believe the artifact is a weapon that was wielded by
By or against?
he bore it. It appears
Oh
someone,
This funky little dragon
the undying one.
a stick that has weird, funky little
Doesn't
magic
it?
around it.
Doesn't it also like?
What was the last line?
Would I know of?
I'll just translate it. It's fine.
Would
Tim's
I?
just sitting there with all
Would I know of anyone that was called the Undying One from like lore or stories that I've heard? Because I would have been
Yeah.
those who
No.
wandered into my forest would have been sort of sporadic over thousands of different years of this world's history, right?
Yep. Make a history check for me.
You guys, is big man.
Also, as they're talking about this, like, you see Shy start tracing what look like these, like, I don't know if they're tentacles or I don't know if they're magic. You just see her start tracing them. They seem to be coming. That's a natural 20, baby. Woo!
I love it.
You think back, and you remember very specifically a paladin, along with a group of adventurers, not too dissimilar from your own. And the paladin wore the most beautiful armor. Similar, it's what you based your armor on. And they bore the symbol of the platinum dragon. And they spoke at length of where they had come from and what they had left behind. They had left the rest of their soldiers out of fear from a seemingly never-ending war in a place called the Divide. A war that they were waging against the Undying One, Ungol, the Undying.
No, that's so bad.
And you remember the face of that paladin. She had long silver hair, kind of almost ashy gray skin, and glowing eyes. And you remember seeing the terror that was just below the surface as she recalled
Did I catch a name
some
for
of those
that?
battles. No, you didn't. She didn't have a name.
I have heard the term Undying One before.
Okay.
Reference to a place called the Divide.
Something also triggers for you. Something you heard recently. You think back to your conversation with Gorge, in him referencing the crypt spider
From the Divide.
coming out on the last boat out of the Divide.
I I don't know much about this place, but would that spot on the map happen to fall in the divide?
No, that's I don't know if Wraithmore, the Divide is from what I understand,
Pretty far away
it's
from
a continent very, very, very far away from here, and Wraithmore is a desolate place. But did the Dathians, when we were with them, speak anything about the Divide? Did they? No. Okay. No, nobody else did. That's just all of my deep lore knowledge coming back and biting me in the butt.
So the paladin spoke that they were fighting at the divide, and they left.
They left.
As if
And they were
fighting.
a paladin of the Platinum Dragon.
We had some information about this from in the last campaign too.
Well, take through the second half. One more time.
The one who
Go from the Undying one.
that's the beginning.
Oh,
Fate burns the Undying One. Flames.
Make it slow.
Flames outshine the sun, risen sun. Smoke covers the world in floods. The world will burn and shine with blood.
Pause there.
We've seen these first.
So something bad. Fate burns the Undying One. Something bad is
Who's that sun god?
the sun god.
Who's the god of the sun? Come on.
The one who burns.
Super common. They have that dumb holiday all the time. The once a year. Papa.
Dawn Father?
Dawn? What?
The Dawn Father.
What do we call it in this setting? Dawn Father? I
Father.
love that. Great.
But the Dawn Father hasn't been worshipped in a long time.
Long time. Valir is traditionally thought of as, right now, is commonly referred to as the goddess of the dawn.
If you remember from the last campaign, Pelor was in his Nova, which means he was going into a more dark time at the end, a dormant phase at the end of the last
Oh,
campaign.
that was 60 years ago, but this was written a long time
Just
ago.
for my sanity, this part down here, is that written in a different hand than this part?
No.
Because this is nonsense bullshit.
What is that?
I think it's.
Is that upside down?
No, I think it's a fucking.
It's an anagram.
Yeah.
Can I see it? No,
There's
it's
3
not.
letters we're missing because they don't exist anywhere else. So
Which
it's an anagram
letters
missing.
Which
3
letters are we missing?
We're missing J. No, we might not be. You have J, right?
No.
Or have you? Yeah, J, Q, X, and Z. The best ones.
That's not a lot of
So,
options.
okay, fate burns the Undying One. So something very bad has happened to the Undying One. And flames outshine the risen sun, which is a sorry erupting.
Wait.
The
Smoke
world
covers the world in a flood,
Which
which
is
has
good.
happened.
I mean,
The world will
I just don't want to skip over that line, because, like, flames outshining the sun, that could be some fucking fire person taking over from whoever is in charge of the sun these days. Just want to leave that as an opening.
that is-
Next one is definitely.
Covers the world in flood. The world will burn and shine with blood.
that pattern. I might be making inference, but that pattern of the ley lines on the world looked like just like rivulets of
What color was the orb when
red.
It was red.
Yeah, I think Leyline is
So
in
that
the world's blood.
the lifeblood of the world, the lifeblood of magic,
Okay.
Makes sense.
can be drawn from that power,
The one who seeks his treasure here,
which
That's
would
us.
be us.
walk the path and come to fear.
We're scared.
Well, hold up. Is there
You
a
have to
god of
go
fear?
to fear.
No, I think you must go fearing
Like
him.
be scared.
If you seek what he once bore, rise again, burn once more.
So if we're gonna find
You seek this wand.
what the Undying One wielded, that we could also burn in the process,
Wait.
right?
Or that's some way to like activate.
It can also it could also be like a lot of times when magic items would come through Yorin, they often come with like stories attached to them or warnings about, hey, don't seek this thing because it'll bite you in the ass. And I'm wondering, like, this is an old something on the map that says, hey, if you're gonna go here, you're gonna get the shit kicked out of you and maybe fuck with some divine powers that we're way beyond our pay grade. What is
The
coin?
it's Unger,
Oh.
you said, right?
Ungle?
Ungle.
UNGAL.
Oh, so
Ungle the
The Undying.
Undying. Was he Dragonborn?
Not that you know of. No, he's never referred to as a dragon. He's not a dragon.
The coin I've translated as well
Oh, that's relevant.
to say, silver key and door of stone, seek my power, die alone.
And then the other side says, I wrote it down in the order that made sense. Elden secrets, ash enshrined.
What was that first word?
Elden.
Elden, as
Elden.
old.
Old.
Okay.
Secrets, ash enshrined, blackened branches, bark entwined.
It appears there's a stone door in a burnt tree
Yeah.
that you need a silver key. But the reason I bring it up
Maybe
is
the coin is the silver key.
no, but the coin depicts a dragonborn wielding a source of power.
Maybe this is magic coming around here, coming off the wand. Look, you see like licks of stuff coming off the top there.
But that's what I mean. He is not Ungle, as far as I know.
Maybe if Ungle's a god,
But I'm just curious, whose weapon are we pursuing? Are we pursuing this dragon, or whoever it might be? Are we pursuing his weapon,
Or a champion of him.
or are we pursuing? Are we pursuing a weapon that destroys Ungle, or one that belonged to Ungle?
Ungle has not yet been destroyed, as far as I know, right?
No, you
They're
don't
still
really-
fighting in the.
You don't
Divide.
really know anything about it. You're not sure.
Okay.
And
I
then-
believe.
Questions we could ask Bastion if we were able to.
You also would remember that the Dragonborn did refer to, because they talked about Rythax, I think.
a little bit, yeah.
They referred to him as the Ashbringer.
Ash.
That was
I would
He was the first.
they-
dragon god. That's
and
they believe.
What I
he was
have
the first
known-
Dragonborn. He was the first dragon god.
and Rythax was very much a god of the a destruction, like the dragon god of destruction.
Ash enshrined, blackened branches.
So since this is pointing to Wraithmore, maybe it's talking about how real long time ago maybe there was a conflict between Rythax and Ungle, or because if Ungle's in the divide or has domain over the divide, there is still going to be remnants of that war, that magic in Wraithmore. It's a scary place. And if this is pointing to that, perhaps this is you remember that like that shrine that we found in the jungle with the gnolls?
With the gnolls, yeah.
That
What?
had the symbol of the.
That had the symbol of the Gates Veil on it. Maybe places like that, and there was a ley line. There was a ley line through that. My sense is that the ley lines are pointing to, leading from, or traveling through these sources of great power. We're likely going to find something with ley lines here.
So the game plan is then trick, Bastion. Trick him. Pump him for all he's worth. Take that information and go to the little circle area.
How?
I have a theory with the information that we have available to us.
Yes?
I do not think it is a stretch that Gates Vale is potentially followers of Ungle.
Undine.
Oh, yeah, we would like that.
And the weapon to defeat him was wielded by the first dragon and then lost.
Oh,
That is why they seek it, because it is what can end the war in
And
the
have-
divide. So
the
they
Dathians?
are
Sorry, the Dathians or Gates
no
Veil?
Gates Vale. They've hired
Bastion.
Bastion to find this item. If there is an item that can defeat their god, or I guess bring him back to more power,
Okay.
then
What do you think?
If there's an item that they can use to bend Ungle to their will. Gideon wasn't the worshipping type. He was the using type.
So they want to use this weapon to
Everything is a means to power for him.
power, and if Ungle is known as the Undying, he might have powers or ways of getting them what they want?
They're going to hold him at knife point
I don't
and
know.
say, give us... No, that makes sense.
Yes.
It makes perfect sense.
a very-
1 point.
Get the
yes.
one thing that can threaten the Undying, threaten him, get you to stop everyone who you want from dying, and, great, then if you've got a god working for you, you might as well be a god.
Yeah.
So we need to get this before they do.
Yeah.
Or at least let Mr. Moss know.
This last part, I can't figure out. It seems like nonsense, and there's a few letters that I can't quite place. It's just R, consonant R, M, consonant T, O, C, F, P, Y, I, G, A, N, B.
Is it a word that needs to be unscrambled?
Maybe. But it's hard because we don't have these last letters. I might have mistranslated it, so you do it as well, Giannis, because you're smarter than me.
Okay, so does the plan still stand? Because Wraithmore, how far is Wraithmore from here? It's far.
No, it's not that far.
No?
Vermel Hask it's just across the
by,
water. It's like it's just
We can charter
it's just
a
a
boat.
little ways north.
Wraithmore was
you
probably the
could-
first place that Esper went, leaving.
Yeah, you might have gone through a little bit of it, but you haven't traveled. Like you probably would have gone.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Wraithmore is like dangerous. Like people don't go to Wraithmore unless there's like expeditions that happen and things
Right.
like that. But you could probably try to find a boat that will take you across the water.
I mean, I think the plan maybe can still stand, but I feel like I just need to ask the question, or do we feel equipped for this? This is like...
We've done something similar.
But I mean,
Kinds of.
if a god is involved in this whole organization, I mean, Moss has asked us to do this as there's something he gets out of this.
If Bastion is equipped to do this, we can do
Yeah, I think at this level we don't think about it like
I
gods and
I believe
how
I
it's
cracked
like
the
that.
second part.
Oh,
You believe so?
I believe that is his key. No, none of the letters repeat.
Yeah, none of them do.
I believe it is just his key for figuring out what letter corresponds to what symbol.
Right.
I don't think it's a message. It's just
So
A through Z.
he wrote the whole thing.
In the language might use alphabet order might be different than what we use.
It's his key. He's doing like figuring out this letter is this letter is this.
Yeah.
He just didn't write it A through Z. He wrote it in
that's
whatever
that's
language.
Bastion. That's
That's
Bastion.
Bastion's
did that.
figuring out.
Right. So
It's not
right.
a key.
That
It's
was
very
my
similar.
But that's the thing
It
is that's
looks
my
like
first instinct
Yeah.
was this written in a different hand. Yeah.
It looks very
Trick,
similar.
a scoundrel.
Let's do it.
Also, I think if we go into this, we don't think about it like gods and
Okay.
world-ending shit. We get an artifact, we get to the person who asked us to get it. That's the job.
And we-
I feel like I just don't want us to get into a situation where we actually can't get ourselves out of it.
We've got the sending. So if, we're getting a real sticky problem,
He can teleport us out.
call up Daddy Moss.
Okay.
Papa Moss, yes.
Ben Moss.
I am going to write a couple of things on that part of the map, on his cipher, like I'm finishing it. I'm just going to do it a little wrong.
Okay.
Just enough that, like, if he was like, oh, he has the answers, it's just going to, like, burn time, basically, where he has to, like, redo my work. And so I'm just going to, like, note down some stuff that's just a little fucking wrong. Just, like, 3 or 4 letters. That's enough to throw someone off for, like, a while.
Yeah.
Especially with the fact that he
Our
only has, like,
options
5 letters.
right now, if we wanted to get to Wraithmore, we'd have to basically go from the docks and across the water.
That would be the most direct way.
So, in that case, it's easier to follow someone through the woods, right? We don't actually want to go directly to Wraithmore for this little trick.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
probably right.
So we want to get him. Essentially, we want to get him out of town as he's following you two, corner him, and basically be like, "What the fuck do you know?"
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Exactly.
There's ambush.
Shai, did you finish your map copy?
I did. Yeah. Did you want me to roll for how good my map copy is?
Sure, if you want.
Are you copying this map, or are you copying the part that we're missing?
I mean, I can't draw the part that.
Oh, no,
we're
just
missing,
I
so-
thought you meant from, like, a map that we have, just to, like, finish off
No,
the
I'm
content.
drawing this so that if we need to give something back to Bastion, it's that. But this tributary is wrong. That he hasn't put it together. It's either in a different place, and it's also drawn a bit differently, or it's the same thing but it's in a different place on the
Yeah,
map.
you're basically making a forgery of the map.
Yeah.
That's a little
Guidance.
off.
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
Bardic Inspiration.
Thank you.
So make a dexterity. Basically, it's a sleight of hand check.
Am I still at disadvantage at this point, or is it worn off?
No, the tea's worn off at this point.
And I can't do anything because they've already done guidance and inspiration, but I'm going to be like, good job, good.
Thank you. As you see, like Shy, just kind of, it's like there's brushes and like different colors, and you see her like really just go to work as y'all are doing this. She's talking while she's putting this stuff together.
Would you like help? I can, like when I painted you, I can maybe help out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, throw an extra dice in there.
Help action, because I have proficiency in sleight of hand.
Thank you.
We're getting as many dice in that hand.
Wow.
Okay, so that's a 17 plus 3 is 20, plus 6 is 26, plus my sleight of hand is
That's good.
33.
That's good.
Damn near perfect copy.
Oh, like a printer.
Yeah.
Who should hang on to this? What makes the most sense?
He gave it to me.
But
He thinks I have it.
But it could be, I think our thing is that
Oh, you've copied it down and you're trying to...
it's either one of us is gonna like say that, hey, we're turning tail on him.
I think it's if this is like if he would believe that this was the original, like if you were able to
It's
find
not the
something
same
similar.
paper. I don't have the same paper.
I think we burn this.
He doesn't know who I am. I can. No, we shouldn't burn it. We
Yeah.
might need it when we get there.
Yeah, in that case, I think either Thistle should take it, but like it should probably stay in.
Yeah, he
the
doesn't know
stealth
who
group.
I am. I could approach him, say I was a disgruntled former employee, and I made a copy of the map.
Thistle, are you good at lying?
I mean, I'm good.
I mean, I think so.
Okay.
I'm decent at lying.
I'm decent at lying too.
We also have the hat. I can make
I
myself
also
look...
think, I
we can
mean,
use the hat to disguise any of us.
I think if anybody should do it, I think it should be you, Mary.
Yeah, cool. I can do that.
I mean, because you
want the
two,
hat?
I can take. Yeah, sure.
I would pass Mary the,
I will,
the
as I
forged map.
pull the hat out, I'm gonna use my Hexblood disguise self, and I'm gonna hand it over, just like a perfect trade. We're in a private room. There's no need to do that. but I
Should
still
we
gotta-
do this in the morning, or should we? Yeah.
I would say, Froglin, could you go downstairs and request a wake-up call at the crack of dawn?
I can do that, my lords. I head downstairs.
We should.
Please call me your highness.
You head out the door down to the front to arrange a wake-up call, and that's where we're gonna end it tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Spicy map stuff.
Oh my
Spicy
gosh.
maps.
There is spicy.
Well
Good
done.
job.
I
Well
also
done.
cannot stress to you my lore brain, and we're going to talk a little bit about this. I know a lot of it's actionable at the table, but my lore brain is on fire. We're going to film Chatwater, and I can't wait to talk about it. So if you want to see me maybe explode and gush over how awesome this quest chest is and it's so perfect, please come hang out with us on Patreon. Any of your support is just so appreciated. Helps us keep doing what we're doing, and
I
you
will
get
send
access.
both riddles to the group chat.
Thank you, and it allows us to keep making wonderful content. And thank you so much to the wonderful folks at Questchests. We're going to be on this for a little bit while longer. The tea was delicious. Go back them on Kickstarter right now. You can type !quests in the chat. Does anyone have one?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's so bad. You're gonna hate me for it, but
Good.
if you need to pee, which I do, if you need to pee, it's because you drank the tea.
Have a good night, everyone.
Come in.
Nope.
No.
I need to pee so badly.
Do it right.